Good morning, students. Yesterday, we have started with the new chapter that is special types of quadrilateral. In this, we have learned about the parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, and square. Okay, so we completed the parallelogram part yesterday. So today, we are going to discuss about the trapezium. Okay, we will learn the properties of trapezium. The trapezium trapezium. Okay, see, this is the diagram of trapezium. A, B, C, and D. Okay, ABCD is a trapezium. Now let us learn the property of trapezium. The first property: one pair of opposite sides are parallel. Okay, only one pair of opposite side is parallel, and remaining two sides are non-parallel sides. Clear? So the first property is what? Only one pair of opposite sides are parallel. In our diagram, AB and CD are parallel. Okay, AB and CD are parallel to each other. Next, second property is adjacent angles are supplementary. It means angle A plus angle B. Angle A plus angle B is equals to 180 degree. And also these two angles, angle B and angle C, is equals to 180 degree. Got it? So these are the two properties of trapezium. Okay. The first property is what? One pair of opposite sides are parallel. Okay. And the second is adjacent angles, means these two and these two are supplementary. We cannot take angle A and angle B. Okay. Because they are not in a transversal. So angle between the joining of the parallel lines are supplementary. This point A and point B are the intersection of the two lines. It is point of the transversal. So angle A and angle B are supplementary. Also angle B and angle C are supplementary because they are the angles between the parallel lines. Got it? So these are the two properties of trapezium. Next, isosceles trapezium. Next is the isosceles trapezium. Isosceles trapezium. Okay. So in the isosceles trapezium, what will happen? See, this is the isosceles trapezium. A, B, C, D is a trapezium because these two are parallel to each other. AB and CD are parallel to each other. And another pair, AD and BC, are equal in the length. Means two sides are equal in the trapezium. As we have learned the isosceles triangle, in the isosceles triangle, two sides are equal. Similarly, in the isosceles trapezium, two sides are equal. But which two sides are equal in it? The sides which are non-parallel. Okay? Non-parallel sides are equal. So this is the isosceles trapezium. So what we can say here? First property is what? One pair of opposite sides are parallel and other non-parallel sides are equal. Okay? Other non-parallel sides are equal. So this is the first property of isosceles trapezium. It is trapezium with non-parallel sides are equal. And the second property is what? Base angles are equal and also the top angles are equal. That means we can say that angle A equal with angle B and angle C equal with angle D. Angle C and angle D are equal. Okay. This is about the trapezium and isosceles trapezium. Next, we are going to learn about the kite. Properties of the kites. It is our kite. Okay. So basically in the kite what happens here? Adjacent sides are equal in it. Adjacent side. Not the opposite side. What I am saying? Adjacent side. Adjacent side means what? AD equal with AB and also CD equal with BC. These are the first property. Adjacent sides are equal. Okay. And second property is, see there are the two diagonals in this. First diagonal is AC and second diagonal is BD. Out of these two diagonals, which diagonal is longer diagonal? Obviously, we can say that AC is the longer diagonal and BD is the shorter diagonal. So in this, always this longer diagonal is perpendicular bisector for the shorter diagonal. Okay. Longer diagonal is perpendicular bisector for the shorter diagonal. That is our second property. Okay. And the third property is only one pair of opposite angles are equal. Only one pair of opposite angles are equal. That means angle ABC equal with angle ABC. As we can see in the diagram, angle A and angle C are not equal. Is that clear? Only one pair of opposite angles are equal in it. So first property, what we can write? Two pairs of adjacent sides are equal. So which are these two sides? AB equal with AB and So CD equal with CD. Okay, CD equal with CD. This is the first property. Second property is our second property is longer diagonal is perpendicular bisector for shorter diagonal. Okay, longer diagonal is perpendicular bisector for shorter diagonal. That is, in our diagram, AC is the longer diagonal, BD is the shorter diagonal. That means AC is perpendicular bisector for BD. AC is perpendicular bisector of BD. Okay. And third property. What is our third property in it? Only one pair of opposite side is equal. Or sorry, only one pair of opposite angles are equal. Which two angles are equal in it? Angle D and angle B. Namely, angle ADC equal to the angle ABC. Okay. So all these are the properties that we are going to learn in our chapter. Okay. Now, students, we are discussing some properties from our textbook. As we can see in our textbook, first page, parallelogram. There are some theorem also, like in the parallelogram, opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal, and each diagonal bisects the parallelogram. So students, let us begin with the exercise 17. So before directly going to the exercise 17, we are going to prove the consecutive angles of parallelogram are supplementary. This is one of the property that was not taken in the properties. So let us learn one question related to the same. See this page number from the textbook, page number 195. Example number 1. Example number 1 we are solving. Question is, prove that consecutive angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. So that means if there is a parallelogram, its name is A, B, C and D. It is one of the parallelogram. We have to prove that its consecutive angles, any two consecutive angles, angles. We can take angle A, angle B, we can take B and C, or we can take C and D, or we can take angle D and angle A. So for that, to prove, we will take angle A plus angle B equals to 180 degree. This is the property that we are going to learn for the parallelogram. Okay, what it says, adjacent angles, angle A and angle B are the adjacent angles. We can also take angle A and angle D. These are also the adjacent angles. Okay, angle A and angle B are supplementary angles. So proof, as we know, in the given, first we will write here given quadrilateral ABCD is parallelogram. It is given in our question, correct? Now we want to show that angle A plus angle B are 180 degree. As we know that quadrilateral ABCD is parallelogram. Okay, and since it is a parallelogram, we can say that its opposite angles are equal. Angle A and angle C are equal. Let it be X. Angle A, angle C are equal. Let it be X. Similarly, angle B and angle D are equal. Let it be Y. Angle B equals to angle D. Consider it as Y. Okay. For this, we will give the reason. What should be the reason? Opposite angles are equal. Opposite angles are equal. Okay. Now, since it is a quadrilateral, and in the quadrilateral, sum of angles is 360 degree, correct? Sum of all the four angles is 360 degree, that we know. So what we know here? We have angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D is equals to 360 degree. And why we can write this thing? Because it is a quadrilateral and sum of the angles of quadrilateral is 360. We have, or we can write before that, we know that sum of angles of quadrilateral is 360 degree. Therefore, addition of all the four angles is 360, we can write over there. Okay. Then A. A means we have considered it as X. Angle B. B is considered as Y. Similarly, angle C considered as X and angle D is considered as Y. This we can write it from 1. So here we can give from 1. Okay. Now see what will happen here. X plus X will become 2X. Y plus Y will become 2Y, which is equals to 360 degree. Correct? We can take this to common and we can write X plus Y is 360. Now 2 is in the multiply, going that side goes for division. So X plus Y is 360 upon 2. So X plus Y will become 180. Okay, x plus y is 180. So x, can we write angle A for x? Obviously we can write. X can be replaced by angle A and y can be replaced by angle B. So for this x, we can write angle A, and for this y, we can write angle B, which is equals to 180 degree. So students, what we need to prove? Angle A plus angle B is 180 degree, which is proved over there. So at the end we will write here, hence proved. Okay. So it is also the important questions. So all of you will draw the diagram, write down the question from the textbook, and solve this example in your note. Okay. So for today we will stop here. Have a good